Hey, sorry, it's been in my head ever since.
And so then the pizza man drives to the house, says, "I'm so sorry. I This is pepperoni, not sausage." Do you think audiences would agree with that? Like, what do you think? Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Austin de Tejas channel. My name is Austin. Today we're going to be talking about writing. So, I've got my friend here. It's Spooktober, obviously. We've got to have our skeletons in every video now. It is October after all. We must give thanks for all of the spooky times, especially when we go for like 11 months without any spooky times. So, there's that. Now, writing is something I've been doing for about 2 years now. It's like my part-time thing. I'd absolutely love for it to be my full-time thing, but it's good luck. But one thing that can improve my chances at that, I feel, and it's been verified, a lot of authors have said that if you want to be great at writing, you need to write every single day. Now, to me, it doesn't matter how long you write, just as long as you write something down on a page. Just do what you can. But here I've got 5 tips on how you can make sure that you write every single day. If you do at least one of these every day, like, you're building up your skill and you're practicing, and that's all you need to do. You just need to write a little bit every day. So the first tip is make sure that you dedicate 15 minutes a day, or at least 100 words. Seeing as there's 24 hours in a day, but time does fly by pretty quick, if you can at least dedicate yourself 15 minutes to practice the craft, I can assure you, if you do this every day, that you'll get better at it. Your ideas will start coming more clear. You'll have better practice at verbiage, editing, and like your tone.
I think I just heard a crash. Oh my god.
So the thing is, if you can do 15 minutes, that's awesome. If you could do 100 words, that's awesome. If you could do 100 words within 15 minutes, that's amazing. Just keep on going for that entire 15 minutes, and hell, you might even have like a 300. You could write a whole story in 300 words. I'm sure that'd be amazing. But if you just make sure that you do at least 15 minutes a day, or you do 100 words, you're gonna be getting better at writing every time you pick up the pen. So rule number 2: write out your own thoughts and emotions when you have nothing else to write. This is actually something I've kind of been picking up on lately. And I feel like if you don't have anything else, if you don't have any stories you're writing on, any ideas that you need to expand on a little bit more, just write down exactly what you're thinking, what you're doing, whatever you're feeling. I feel like you can come back to this later and think, how was I feeling when I was feeling absolutely terrible? Or when I had nothing to do, when I was completely bored? What was I thinking? What was I feeling? And what were my emotions? I feel like you can come back to this and you can use it even like for a character later on. It helps empathize you with other people, other characters that are like in your own head. So if you can take those characters out of your head and you can understand how you're feeling, and you can literally know exactly where they're coming from right there, then you can make a great character. You will have those thoughts and feelings and emotions of that character already in there. It's basically just practice knowing how you feel, so you can actually write feelings and emotions into your characters. And that's something that's really important, to make sure that to make sure that your audience knows exactly how they're feeling for the most part, at least your main character. My third thing that you can do is write smaller things. And then snowball into bigger things. So right now, I have not been the best at writing every single day. It's the worst thing, and I feel terrible about it. But lately, what I've been doing is I've been looking at poems. I've been like researching how to write them, and I've been writing poems myself. And some of them I think are pretty darn good, and I hopefully have something out pretty quick here. I'm also working on a shorter story that I'm hoping to have out before Halloween. It's cutting it pretty close these days. And I'm also just writing like excerpts. One excerpt that I'm actually writing on right now is about clothes, of all things. I'm kind of taking what I think about clothes and applying it to like what life has been like lately. It's a pretty neat one. I'm definitely going to be sharing this one soon. I just don't know where. I don't know where to put my writing. Tell me a good place to put it. Maybe you know more than I do. If you work on these short little things, and you can work on the short thing, finished. finished. You're building momentum. And once you are working on these and you're finishing them, finishing this one, finishing that one, then you can take that momentum that you have and work on a bigger project. I feel like eventually I'll be able to work on some sort of novel one day, but first I'm working on these little poems and excerpts and short stories because I know that I don't have like what it takes to do a novel right now. As willing and as much as I want to, I just know I don't have the skill. And working on these smaller things is going to help me improve my skill, and I'll be able to write a longer novel, a better quality novel overall. So the fourth thing you can do is you can look at your ideas you have right now and just brainstorm more about them. When you have your idea, you want to keep it in this little bubble. Is that another one? I swear there's so many car crashes out here. I don't live in a good area. So when you brainstorm on your own ideas, you're literally like expanding your mind. You're thinking, you have this idea right here, and you think, well, what if this happens? Do I need to think more about this person? How about that person, the plot line, the setting? And then you even have, what more can I do from this person? How can I like do this or that? Like, your ideas are literally getting bigger until like they're the whole person, you know? And it's gonna be walking around. Just take a little time and think more about your current ideas. This will, like I said, it'll expand your universe. It'll expand your mind, really. So the fifth thing you can do to write every day, and this one could take a little bit longer, but I mean, the groundwork is already there. The fifth thing you can do is kind of like write a spin-off to a show that you like. The reason that I'd say it's a little bit easier is because the groundwork is already there. You'll have to be creative after, like, with the stuff that's already there, you know? Like, I've seen people do spin-off shows where it's just the three smart girls from The Big Bang Theory. They get their own show, and it's that. It's basically, I guess, how, like, 50 Shades of Grey happened. Like, they took the spin-off from Twilight or something like that, and then they made it this whole little BDSM thing, and that's how that happened. That's technically kind of what Fantastic Beasts and How to Find Them is with Harry Potter, and that's like exactly what Maleficent is to Sleeping Beauty. Like, stuff like this happens all the time, and it could be pretty big. The characters are already there, you just have to expand upon them. And since the characters are already there, you don't have to do too much creative work yourself, but you do have to kind of think like what happened beforehand or what happened after the story. What are the little things that we didn't see within the story that we have right here? Like, it's centered around the story, and you get to build and expand upon that. I think it's a good thing to do because it's also just kind of expanding an already existing universe, and like you get to stretch your mental muscle trying to think of creative ways to either spin in a good light or a bad light and in a neutral light to these already existing characters. So that right there is 5 things that you can do to make sure that you write every single day. This is advice that I need to follow myself. I haven't been doing too much writing lately, but I have been working on little excerpts, and I've got my short stories. I've been reading poems. Make sure you read too. Reading is really good. But just follow these 5 things, and you'll be writing a whole novel in no time, I'm sure. It'll help you get your skill up. It'll give you content, and that's all you need, right? Yeah, thank you all so much for being here on this little video. I don't know how long it's going to be, but I do hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope it's good, and I'll see you later. Bye. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Austin de Tejas channel. My name is Austin.